that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another special Kickstarter review. And today I'm excited to check out Good Cop, Bad Cop from Overworld Games. This is for 5 to 8 players. Ages 12 and up will take about 10 to 15 minutes to play. And in Good Cop, Bad Cop, you guys will be cops, trying to figure out who the good cops are, who the bad cops are. You'll be having guns, doing equipment, trying to figure out who is on whose team, and eventually kill the other team's leader. Sound intriguing? Let's open it up and see how it plays. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Good Cop, Bad Cop. First and foremost, what I mentioned, this is the prototype promotional copy I have right here. Obviously, your copy is going to look much different than the copy I have, nicer, shinier, and so on and so forth. First and foremost, we get our handy-dandy rule booklet, and you also get handy-dandy rule cards. I'm not sure which one's going to come with the game, but both of them are pretty clear and concise. The game is very, very simple to learn, simple to teach. So, needless to say, you'll probably need this once or twice and never need it again, which is always a good thing. Next, you're going to get cards, and more cards. That's all you're getting in the game. But we're going to go over what cards you're going to get. We already mentioned your handy-dandy rule cards, which you will have, and they will help you out. They got a little QR card with the rules, which is a neat idea. I like that. You're going to get your lead investigator card. This is going to be essentially just the first player, and it will have all the take actions and take aim, all the different actions you can take on your turn. But what are you going to be doing in Good Cop, Bad Cop? Essentially, there's going to be one kingpin and there's going to be one agent. You're a bunch of cops sitting around. The kingpin is going to be the corrupt cop, the king of the corrupt cops, and the agent is going to be the king of the good cops. The bad cops want to kill the agents, the good cops want to kill the kingpin. Pretty simple. But here's the thing. You're not going to know if the other cops are good or bad. That's where the honest and crooked cards come into play. If you have 2 honest cards and 1 crooked card, or 3 honest cards, then you're going to be an honest cop. If you have 2 crooked cards and 1 honest cop, then you're going to be a crooked cop. If you get the kingpin, you're crooked no matter what, and if you get the agent, you're good no matter what. So that's what all those cards are. Next, you're going to get guns, because obviously you're cops, you're going to have guns. Cops, you got to have your guns. And these are going to be used to shoot people, because as I mentioned, each side is going to be trying to kill either the agent or the kingpin, and you need guns to do that. The last cards you're going to have are the equipment, and oh, I love the equipment. This is where the game really gets spicy. Everybody's going to start with 1 piece of equipment, and they do all sorts of glorious, unique things. So this one's blanks. No guns may be shot this turn. Or blackmail. Choose 2 integrity cards held by other players. Those players exchange those 2 cards. So that might mean that, you know, the kingpin might not be the kingpin anymore. I mean, there's a canine use it. There's a taser, coffee. You can steal people's guns. You can do all sorts of different things. The equipment really spices up the game. But we're going to show you real quick how the game is played. So we're going to do a mock 5-player game so you can see that. And how you're going to do that is you're going to just get 5 cards. Make sure that the agent and the kingpin are in there. You're going to shuffle them up. You're going to deal them out to each player, blah, 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 blah. And then you're going to deal out 2 more cards to each player. Now, one thing you will notice on these cards is they have 7+, 8+, 5+, 6+. That is to let you know that if, for instance, if we're playing a 5-player game, we would take out this 7+ card, which is always something I like. But anywho, we're just going to deal out 2 to each player, and then we'll show you real quick how it's played. So you're going to get 3 cards, and then you're going to get 1 piece of equipment each. Now, you can look at your integrity cards. You can see what you're going to do. So we'll see this guy. He is an honest cop. He's got 2 honest and 1 crooked. Now, he is going to set those out in front of him in whatever order he wants to. But once he sets them out in this order, he cannot move them. Period. That's the way they stay. And so on and so forth. Everyone else is going to do that. You're going to figure out who the lead investigator is, and then you are going to start the game. Now, the lead investigator on their turn is going to have 1 action. That's one thing I like about this game. It's very, very simple. You have 1 action on your turn. So what are your actions you can take? The first action is you can view 1 face-down card that somebody else has. So you can essentially take a peek at somebody else's card and say, oh, this guy is 1/3 crooked. I know that he is 1/3 crooked. So you can do that as your action, and then your turn is up, and you pass your lead investigator card. Or you can pick up a gun. You can arm yourself. That means you pick up a gun, and as soon as you pick it up, you have to point it at somebody. You don't have to shoot it yet, but you have to point it at someone, and you make sure you say, all right, I'm pointing at Dave over there, and that's your turn. You would pass on your card. Next, you can equip. This means you can draw one equipment card, Or the last thing you can do is you can shoot off your gun. But once you shoot off your gun, you have to flip over one of your integrity cards, and your gun goes back in the middle. Actually, excuse me, I believe once you pick up the gun, you have to do that. But anywho, you're going to go around, and you're going to be trying to figure out who the good cops are, who the bad cops are. You're going to be on teams. You're going to be trying to persuade one another that you're the good cop, or I'm the bad cop, or I'm the kingpin, until somebody gets shot. Now, let's see. Who is the kingpin? We got honest, crooked. Over here, we have the kingpin. Now, once either the kingpin or the agent gets shot, the game is not over. Because what's going to happen is they're going to flip all their cards over, and it's going to be revealed that they're the kingpin. Now, the next time this guy gets shot, the game is over, and the good guys win. Likewise, if the agent gets shot twice, he is out of the game. Now, if you get shot and you are not the agent and you're not the kingpin, then you are out of the game. There is player elimination, but it's such a short game, it's not a huge deal. Last thing I want to mention is the equipment. The equipment does not count as an action. You can play it during your turn, or you can play it during other people's turn. And that, in a nutshell, is how Good Cop, Bad Cop is played. Very simple game. Alrighty then, Good Cop, Bad Cop from Overworld Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First on the con side, the game's not going to be for everybody for a couple different reasons. It is 5 to 8 players, so if you're more commonly in smaller groups, it might not be for you. Also, the artwork is, it's not amazing. It does the job, but it's by no means something that people are going to be like, oh, that artwork is absolutely gorgeous. Last but not least, it is just cards. If you're hoping for more components, anything like that, look elsewhere, because the game is just a card game. Moving on to the pros, though, I want to say this first. I have gotten a lot of Kickstarter prototypes. I've done a lot of Kickstarter reviews. I've done a lot of Kickstarter previews. I've played a lot of games, period. And I will say, Good Cop, Bad Cop is one of my favorite games that I have gotten, period. Not just Kickstarter games, not just party games. I love this game. Go back it. First and foremost, let's just get that out of the way. Why do I love this game so much? It's so simple. I mean, you get one action a turn. It scratches that resistance itch, but in less time, and I like the game better. And the equipment cards. Oh, the equipment cards. They're always keeping the game spicy, keeping the game lively. Now, some people, I forgot to mention this cons, are not going to like the player elimination aspect, where you can just get shot and you can die. Well, but the thing is, this is kind of where King of Tokyo, where the game, you're going to be invested in the game because you want to see who the good guys are, who the bad guys are. Also, the game plays incredibly quick because, as I mentioned, you only get one action per turn, so the game is going to be over before you know it, and you'll be ready to play another game. I liked the artwork. I liked the theme. I love this game. I love this game, and I told the guy that created the game, I was like, man, I love your game. I can't wait to see it on Kickstarter. I know they're going to have a very attractive price point, which is just another reason why you should check it out. They told me some of the stretch goals they were thinking about. Let me tell you, they are pretty intriguing. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but let's just say I want to see this funded. I want to see this funded very well because I think this could be a huge game. I think you could see this being played at conventions all the time because it really fits into that resistance kind of niche, but it's quicker, it's more simple, and I can't get enough of Good Cop, Bad Cop. Love the game. Check it out on the Kickstarter link below. I don't think you'll regret it. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for your time, YouTube.
That was the review for Good Cop, Bad Cop. For more reviews and previews, check back at Bauer's Game Corner.
Oh, Good Cop, Bad Cop. Oh my God!